Think of it more like a marriage saver. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. Towing an RV can be stressful, it can be a lot for the average person to deal with, and it has even led to tons of fights and disagreements because it's just such a high stress activity for a lot of people. One of the reasons why you get so stressed out is because camper trailers are usually really big. It's not something that you're usually towing around, and so you're not super comfortable with the whole process. But also, a lot of people actually aren't equipped properly to tow their trailer. They're either using a truck that's too small or an SUV that's too small. You don't have the proper tow mirrors, and potentially you've gotten yourself into some hairy situations because you're not very well prepared. Well, today we're gonna help you guys be more prepared in a certain way you maybe didn't realize that you might want to consider. So we've got inside this box a special product. We're gonna do a quick unboxing, then I'm gonna show you exactly how it works and why I consider this to be the #1 upgrade that all trailer and RV and motorhome enthusiasts should consider. And even those who just tow something regularly, you might want to consider something like this. The fine folks over at Voonoa have sent me a RV camera system. Now, you've seen me review a camera system on this channel already. This one is arguably better than the last. So let's have a look at what's inside here. Now, the unboxing for this is really not going to be that impressive. I'm going to try and just manage your expectations. The box, first of all, is just a giant cardboard box. It's very heavy. On the front there's a little sticker that says something. What does it say? 4K vehicle camera system for RV, truck, trailer, etc. This is the 2024 latest version. So, I mean, that's exciting. Now let's have a look here. First off, we're gonna open this bad boy up and we're gonna get this guy out. Now, this is the main brains of the whole thing. And normally I like to save the exciting part to the end, but let's just dive right into it. Now, this is a massive 10.36 inch touchscreen display. Now, it is a very widescreen display, so it's not like your cell phone. And here's kind of my cell phone for comparison. This is the Galaxy S24 Ultra for comparison. It's wide, and the diagonal measurement 10.36 inches. This is actually going to be super handy once we get the cameras all set up. Moving around to the side, there is a compact flash input and a USB port. Moving around to the other side, there is nothing. Moving around to the top, what have we got? A power button in the top right there. And that's really it. And there are some mounting screws on the back. We'll look at how this thing mounts shortly. And then there's this multi-port cable. And that's going to be important in a little bit here once we get the rest of the items out of here. But that's that. Are you excited about this unboxing? We're actually giving this away. Later on in this video, we're going to tell you exactly who won this camera system. Now, the rest of this stuff is not going to be as exciting as what you would think. So it comes with instructions. It does talk about, there's an adapter for pre-wire kits. So if you have a camera ready system, then perhaps they have the mount that you need for that. This is a full color instruction manual that tells you exactly how to install it. It also has a QR code here that will show you the online manual and install and all of that stuff. So, I mean, it can be straightforward, but it can be confusing. You can scan that and get the full install and details and instructions and all of that. But we will give you the best chance possible just reviewing what we've got here. This is a bag full of goodies for the mounting. So, if we go like this, I showed you guys on the back here, there's these 4 screw holes, and that's to mount the different bracket, depending on which mount system you want to go with. It looks like this has a ball and socket style mount. So typically this will go over like that, and then that'll go on like that, and then this will thread on to help lock it into position. Now, I don't think I'm going to do the full mount, but this would mount on here, and then this guy can get screwed onto your dash, or it comes with a sticky back that you can go like this and then stick it onto your dash. In my experience, the stickiness doesn't work that good. You're probably going to end up screwing it to your dash because otherwise it just falls over, and you don't want it to do that. With a mixture of screws and plates and everything to hold that all together. The least interesting part of a camera unboxing is all the wires. So there's some wires, there's some wires, there's some wires, there's some wires, there's some more wires. Cigarette adapter, which is handy, and actually this one has a USB pass-through, so you can use it to charge your cell phone while you power up the camera system, which can be handy, of course. Put that right there. More wires. These are for direct connection. If you didn't want to use the cigarette plug, you can use this guy to power up the whole system. We've got some more screws, some more adapters, more double-sided tape, more screws, more adapters. Micro SD card, 128 gigabytes. This is going to be handy for onboard recording, but also a special secret that this thing holds that'll make it a little bit more useful to many of you guys out there. Another adapter. This actually would take this plug like this. You're not going to use that like that, but this will work. Connect directly to two wires on your car to power up the system, obviously. Does have a screwdriver. Also got a micro SD adapter, and this definitely takes a micro SD cards. Have an adapter to use with your computer. Now I have millions of those because so many devices come with those. Some black tape, which is actually quite handy. I'm surprised to see that. More screws, some more mounts. These are the actual cameras. We're gonna power these up. We're gonna turn this on and see what it looks like. So it's got some night vision IR lenses on here. This is a wired connector with pretty solid silicone sleeve on here, which would be great to keep water out of the whole system so that it doesn't get ruined. There's a camera. This is another camera. So this is a different style camera. This one is most likely going to be, I think this is going to be your side mounted camera, but again, another cord end on there. This camera is going to be the same as that one, and it is. So there you go, there's the cameras. Now that's pretty much everything in the box. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. The most surprising thing for many of you is probably these wires, and that's because this is actually a wired system. So this is installed with wires going directly to all of the cameras, and they all go back to the main head unit through basically this adapter cable. So each of these cameras will connect to these cords, ultimately connect to these. There's a bunch of trigger wires on here which turn the cameras on under certain situations, and that's because you can control turning them on and off with the screen or with just triggers from the car. When you turn the lights on, for example, you can have the cameras all turn on, and then that all goes to this interface module which plugs directly into that screen. Now, to show you guys the other tricks this thing has up its sleeve, we need to actually power it on. So I'm gonna look at doing that real quick, and then we'll jump back into the video.
A few moments later.
You can see we've got it all turned on. We've got all four cameras mounted and powered. So there's this guy here. There's that guy on the other side. We've got a front and we've got a backup camera. Now, 3 of the cameras actually can be wired to triggers. So you could turn on the right, when you turn on the right signal light, for example, it will make that camera be the most prominent camera on the right-hand side, and then same with the left-hand side. And I'll simulate that the best I can here. So let's pretend I'm switching lanes, okay? So I flip on my signal light, and when I do, this guy turns on just like that, and it makes it full screen on just that one camera. So you could have that be your right side camera. You can see the whole right side lane as you're switching lanes. Let's go to a different camera, okay? So this is the backup camera. You switch it into reverse, and all of a sudden you get the backup camera, wide full screen, and you also get the backup lines if you want them. Now you can turn those off in the software so that you don't have the backup lines. And then we've got one more trigger that we can set off. Let me do this here. And that's it right there. So that would be the other camera. So you could turn that on with the left signal light. So when you're switching lanes to the left, it triggers just the left camera. But your default view is going to look something like this. Now you can adjust your default view as well. So let's just do a quick walk through what you're seeing here. On the left-hand side here, you are seeing a full media display. It allows you to connect to your phone for Bluetooth pairing, for media playback on your Android or your iPhone device, and it will allow you to mirror your screen on here. So that would give you your GPS navigation and all that stuff, which is really cool. You can also watch videos. I don't think there's any videos on here, but if there were, it would play your videos. And that's where that giant SD card comes in handy, because you can load movies onto your SD card. Not that we recommend watching movies while you're driving your vehicle, but when you're parked somewhere, you certainly could. It also has quick parking setup. So if you don't have the trigger, you can just push the button. It's got FM, and I think what this is, it's not super clear, but I think this is actually an FM transmitter. So if you were connecting your phone through Bluetooth to this, it would actually broadcast on the FM frequency to your vehicle so that you can play the sounds from your phone through this onto theirs. It almost works like a smart display for your vehicle, but it's not super smart. It also has a Bluetooth switch option, which I believe would mean that you can connect to Bluetooth to this, and then this would connect through Bluetooth to your Bluetooth enabled car, vehicle, truck, whatever, if it supports Bluetooth. Now, in my personal case, the vehicle that I use for towing doesn't have Bluetooth, it only has FM, so I would be able to use the FM mode broadcast to my car directly. But most of the time, you probably are going to be just in this view right here, which is the 3 camera layouts, and then you can also cycle between the different layouts. So if you just want front and back, you can do that. If you just want left and right, you can also do that. Or you can go left and right only, so that's your left and right side. Or you can go front, left, and right, but not backup. And then left, right, and back. And then multiple orientations of them all. Personally, I would go in this mode just so that front's in the middle, back's on the back, left and right are on each side, and it makes sense for your vehicle, what you're looking at, what you're seeing. And then don't forget about those triggers that we looked at. When you signal to the right, you can have the right screen, you can have the screen fully filled up with the right camera, or other way around. Now, some quick specs on the cameras themselves. They are 1080p night vision enabled cameras. That means that they will have crystal clarity and are perfectly visible at night. Unfortunately, my studio is way too bright to show you guys the night vision capabilities of it, but trust me, it works really, really well. It also supports, they call it DVR recording. So you can actually record what happens on the cameras onto the SD card on here in a full loop. So as it gets full, it'll just overwrite the oldest file. So you always have the footage, almost like a complete dash cam, because it'll see frontwards, but also back and on your side. So full entertainment center that does everything that you could ever want with your RV to help relieve a lot of the stress that you would feel when you're towing. So this gives you a lot of peace of mind, especially when you get to the campsite and you're trying to park that trailer. We've all been there before, where your significant other is outside, they're trying to give you directions and they're screaming and you can't hear, you can't even see them, you don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, you've backed into a tree. Well, with this, you can see everything from the dash. Your significant other can certainly still go outside and help give you directions, but you can use this all by itself and effectively save your marriage. Who's ready for a giveaway? One thing we love to do on this channel is giveaways. This camera system, we're gonna give it away right now. How do we pick who wins it? Well, it's quite easy. Subscribe to the channel and comment on our videos, and you could randomly be selected to win something that we're reviewing, and we'll be giving it away to you guys. This particular camera system is being given away to Nick Siafi. If you're watching this video and you see your name's been picked, reach out to me on Instagram and we will figure out how to get this shipped to you. You have won a complete backup camera system from Gears and Tech. Now, I do want to explain a little bit for the giveaways. Why don't I just reach out to you directly? Well, we want to make sure that the true fans of the channel are getting this. We had too many people just spamming our channel saying, give me stuff, give me stuff, give me stuff. If you're a true fan of the channel, you will watch our videos. And if you're watching our videos, you know you've won. There's no need for me to reach out and let you know. So, Nick, congratulations on winning. And for the rest of you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment, because you could win a future product that we're giving away on this channel. Now, a review is not a review without some downsides. What are the downsides? First of all, this is a wired system. It's a little bit unfortunate because it's a wired system, so I'm mostly going to recommend this to motorhome users, the people who are going to be able to mount this on their dash, run all the wires for the camera through the actual vehicle without having to worry about a tow hitch connection, because trying to disconnect this at the hitch could be a bit of a problem. If you're using this with a towable trailer, they do actually have in the instructions here extra wire that they say they will send you. So if you need that wire, all you got to do is tell them, hey guys, I need this wire, and it shows a quick connect on here that allows it to have the main wiring harness go right to your hitch, and then has a quick connect that'll plug in and out to enable and disable all of these cameras. It should be pretty easy to do from that perspective. Personally, I really am digging the wireless system because it's so much simpler. In fact, we've actually done an install of the wireless system on my personal trailer already on this channel. And if you haven't seen it, you can certainly check the description or check this playlist for all of the videos that review all of this and other RV accessories. But overall, if you can get past the wired aspect of it, this is a very all-inclusive system that will do pretty much everything you've ever wanted to. If you're not Nick and you haven't won this, but you really want one, I will put a link in the description where you can pick one up for yourself, as well as some other great RV accessories. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.